You have built a following on Instagram. Hundreds, maybe thousands of people are watching your stories. They're liking your post. They're even dropping a fire emoji in your comments. But when you go to check your bank account, it looks exactly the same. You're getting the attention, but you're not getting the income. Let's be honest. The attention doesn't equal income. Truth is painful. You feel like you're spinning your wheels, creating all these content for free. And for what? Just a little bit of vanity? You have probably been told the lie that you just need more followers. That if you could just hit 10,000 or 50,000 or 100,000 followers, then the sales will magically start rolling in. But that is a myth. It's a myth designed to keep you on the content treadmill, burning out. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact 3-step formula I use to turn followers into paying customers. And we are going to do it without begging for sales, without being spammy, and without spending a single dollar on advertisement. Stick with me. So before we get into how, we have to fix our mindset. Most creators think the problem is their follower count. It is not. You do not need 100,000 followers. You need 100, even just 10 true fans who trust you enough to buy. You could have 500 followers right now and have the foundation for a 6-figure business. The person with 100,000 followers who doesn't have their trust, they have nothing. The reason your followers aren't buying isn't your followers count. It's almost always one of those 3 big mistakes. As I go through these, be honest and ask yourself if any of them sound familiar. Mistake number 1. You are selling too soon and too often. Your feed is just a wall of buy my thing, link in bio, new product drop, only 3 spots left. You're asking for the sale before you have earned the right to ask. You haven't earned trust. It's the social media equivalent of walking up to a complete stranger in a coffee shop and asking them to marry you. It's weird, I know. It's desperate. It's off-putting, and worse, it trains your audience to ignore you and tune you out. Mistake number 2. No clear offer. You have no clear offer, or you have too many offers. A potential customer land on your profile. They actually are interested. They think, wow, this person seems to know what they're talking about. So they click your link in bio. It's a complete mess. It's a link to your blog, your other YouTube channel, your other Instagram account, your affiliate link for a protein powder or something, your free checklist, and your $500 signature course. A confused mind always say no. If you don't give them one single clear, obvious path to follow, they will choose the easiest path of all, clicking away. Mistake number 3. Treating Instagram like a gallery. This is a big one. You are treating Instagram with a photo gallery instead of a funnel. You post a pretty picture, a nice quote, and that's it. You're treating your account like a personal photo album, a digital art gallery. But it is not. Your Instagram account is a business asset. It is a funnel. Every single post, every single reel, every single story, it has a job to do. And that job is to move someone one step closer down the path from being a total stranger to being a trustworthy customer. Do any of those sound familiar? If they do, that's good, because that means you know exactly what to fix. And today we are going to fix all of them with my simple 3-step C2C formula. Now, what does this C2C stand for? Connect, convert, and continue. That's it. It stands for connect, convert, and continue. Connect with them to build trust. Convert that trust into sale and continue the relationship so they buy again. Let's break it down exactly how you can implement each step starting the minute this video is over. Step number 1, connect. The first step is to connect with your audience. The connect phase is probably 90% of your content. Your only goal here is to build rock solid trust. And you do that by solving micro problems for free. I want you to stop thinking like an influencer and start thinking like the most helpful, valuable, and trustworthy resource in your niche. So, how do you do this practically? First, stop posting what and start posting how. A what post is the 5 benefit of journaling. That's just information. How post is, here is my 3-minute journaling method to overcome morning anxiety right now. See the difference? One is a fact, the other is a solution. Your followers are drowning in information. What they crave is transformation, even a tiny one. Give them a small win, give them an aha moment. That's how you build trust. Second, use your content to start conversations. Instead of just posting a statement and walking away, end your captions and carousels with a specific question. And not a lazy one like, what do you think? Ask a specific, easy to answer question. Do you prefer A or B? Have you ever tried this? Yes or no? And third, and this is the most important part of the connect, you must master the DMs, the DM, the direct message inbox. That is where followers become friends and friends become customers. When someone replies to your story polls, don't just give it a heart emoji. DM them. Hey, thanks for voting. I'm curious, what made you choose that option? When someone leaves a thoughtful comment on your post, reply to their comment and then send them a DM. Let's say, for example, one of the replies I remember, hey Sarah, thanks for the great comment on my post. I actually have one more little known tip about that topic, but it was too long for the comment. Mind if I share it? You are not selling in the DMs, not yet. You are connecting, you're listening, you're being human. You're building genuine rapport and proving that you're not just some faceless brand, but a real person who actually cares. You cannot move to step 2 until you have mastered connect. Step 2, convert. Okay, now that you have earned that trust, and only after you have earned it, you have permission to move to step 2, which is convert. This is where you make your irresistible offer. Remember this, an irresistible offer has 2 key parts, clarity and proof. Let's talk about clarity first. You must have one clear offer, not 10. And it can't be vague, something like, I'm a life coach. It is so vague. Nobody wakes up in the morning and suddenly say, oh, I need to hire a life coach. That is not how it works. It has to be clear. I help creators build a 30-day content system in 2 weeks. It is crystal clear. It is amazingly straightforward. Another example would be, I'm a web designer. That is so vague. The clear one is, I build high converting Shopify store for clothing brands in 14 days. You need to define your one clear offer. Once you have it, you must create a clear path to it. This means you have to clean up your links in the bio. Get rid of all that 10 links mess. You need one single clear link that goes directly to a checkout page for your one clear offer. No confusion, no distraction. Okay. So you've got clarity. Now you need a second part, proof. People are skeptical. They have been burned before. You have to remove the risk from their decision. You have to make them feel safe. And you do this with social proof. How do you get proof? You ask for it. After you have one of those great DM conversations from the connect step, and the person says, wow, this was so helpful, screenshot it. Ask them, this is so great to hear. Would you mind if I share this? Boom, that's a testimonial. That's a proof. When a client gets a result, document it. Get a video testimonial. Get a text testimonial. You're going to take this proof and you're going to weave it into all of your content. Share a testimonial in your stories at least twice a week. Create a case study, reels showing a client's before and after. Put your best testimonials directly on the landing page for your offer. When you combine a crystal clear offer with a mountain of undeniable proof, the sale becomes the logical next step. You're not being salesy, you're not pushing, you're simply guiding them to a solution you have already proven works. Step 3, continue. Now we come to the third step, the step that almost everyone skips. And it's the step that separates the 6-figure creators from the 7-figure empires. Step 3 is continue. Most people make the sale, they celebrate, and they think the job is done. The job is not done. The continue phase is how you turn a $100 customer into a $1,000 repeat customer and a raving fan for life. The relationship doesn't end at the checkout. Your goal here is to nurture them, and the single best way to do this is to move them off Instagram. Instagram is a rented platform. Your account could be shut down tomorrow and you would lose everything. You must own your audience, and you do that with an email list. Your convert step should get them into your list, but the continue step is what you do with them once they are there. You're going to send them a weekly email that is pure value. 90% connect, 10% convert. Just like your content, you're going to create a private customer only community. This could be a Discord server, a private Facebook group, or a community on a platform like Hot Circles. A place where your best customers can connect with each other and, most importantly, get exclusive access to you. When you treat your customers even better than you treated your followers, they will never stop talking about you. They will become your personal volunteer sales team. That is the continue step. So let's recap the 3-step C2C formula. Step number 1, connect. You build deep trust by solving micro problems for free, and you master the DMs. Step 2, convert. You make one irresistible offer with crystal clarity and undeniable proof. Step 3, continue. You nurture your customers after the sale to turn them into raving fans. Now, let me tell you how I turned 8,000 TikTok followers into $1,000 per month. I have around 8,000 followers on TikTok. It's a decent audience, but let's be honest, it's not a huge one. I'm not an influencer with millions of followers, but from that small audience of 8,000 people, I build a business asset that now generates $1,000 every single month. And it all does it mostly on autopilot. How? I'm willing to bet it's not what you think. When you think about making money as a creator, what immediately comes to your mind? You're probably thinking about what I call the creator's hamster wheel. It's the 3 traditional ways we are all told to make money. Number 1, affiliate marketing. This is where you sell someone else's stuff. You get a special link, you promote someone's course or a brand's product, and you get a tiny commission, maybe around 5% or 10%. The problem? You're building their brand, not yours. You're sending your hard-earned traffic attention to their website. You don't own the customer, and you're at the mercy of their commission rate and their tracking. It's a tough way to make a real living. Number 2, sponsorship. This is where brands pay you to post about their products. This can be good, but it's inconsistent. You're constantly pitching, constantly negotiating, and you're at the mercy of corporate marketing budget. 1 month, you might land a $2,000 deal, and the next 3 months, crickets. You're not a business builder. You're a hired billboard, and your audience can get tired of it fast. And the third way, which is really popular right now, is the paid community. This is your school group, your private Discord, or your mastermind. You charge people $50 or $100 a month to be a part of it. And let me tell you, of all the methods, this is the most work. It's not passive income. It's an active 24/7 job. You have to consistently create content for that group, answer every question, manage personalities, and fight churn. People leaving every month is a headache. The second you stop, the second you take a vacation, the whole thing can fall apart. The income stops. I looked at all three of these options and I just felt exhausted. I didn't get into creating to be a full-time salesman or a 24/7 community manager. I wanted to stop trading my time for money. I wanted to build an asset. So I asked myself a different question. What if I could build one simple product with my own brand and create a system that didn't require me to be on all the time? I didn't want to build another online course. I didn't want to write an ebook. Everyone is doing that, and it's a crowded market. I wanted a real, tangible digital asset that people could use. And that's when I started researching, and I found a complete untapped blue ocean gold mine that almost no creators are talking about. I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm not talking about Google. I'm talking about the App Store. Yes. Now, when you hear about App Store, you probably think of billion-dollar games like Candy Crush or massive companies like Uber. You think, I cannot do that. I'm just a creator. I am not a coder. But that's where you're wrong. The App Store is not just a store. It is one of the most powerful search engine in the world. It's a global marketplace full of people who are actively searching for solutions to their problem. Let these numbers really sink in, because this is the part that changed my entire strategy. Every single week, 813 million people search on App Store. That is 813 million opportunities to be discovered. Apple's App Store ecosystem is estimated to have facilitated 1.3 trillion in business. For comparison, the entire Google Play ecosystem did about 47 billion. It's not even in the same league. Why? Because the Apple user spends money. $131 billion was in the digital goods and services alone. This is our world. This is in-app purchases, subscription, and one-time payment. This is where we as creator can live. The market is not saturated, it is growing. Projections show over 92 billion app downloads from iOS in 2025-2026. And wait for this. This is the one that changed everything for me. 65% of all app downloads happen immediately after a search in the App Store. Think about what that means. It means you don't need a huge audience. It means you don't have to go find customers. They are already there searching for you. If you can build a simple app that solves a specific problem and you optimize it for search, something called ASO or App Store Optimization, people will find you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So after learning all this, my plan became simple. I am going to create my own simple app. You can hire a developer for a surprisingly low cost or build one yourself with AI coding tools. I built an app that solved one specific small problem that I knew my TikTok audience had. I launched it. I made a few simple videos for my 8,000 followers. I didn't do a hard sell. I didn't beg. I just said, hey, I've always had this problem, so I built a simple app to fix it. If you have the same problem, maybe you'll find it useful too. Here it is. And that's it. Those initial downloads from my small audience seeded the app. The App Store algorithm saw that real people were downloading it and, more importantly, using it. It started to rank my app for its keywords. And then that 65% kicked in. The App Store own search engine took over. People who had never heard of me, who had never seen my TikTok, started finding my app every single day, all from their App Store search. The result? In just 6 months, my simple app grew to 50,000 downloads. And today, through a simple subscription and one-time purchase model, that app generates a consistent $1,000 every single month for me. That is $1,000 of passive revenue from a digital asset that I own. I am not selling someone's else product. I am not managing 24/7 community. I am not begging for brand deals. I build an asset one time and now it works for me every single day. So, if you are a creator, I want you to think differently. Stop thinking about how to get your next brand deal. Stop thinking about how to sell someone else course. Start thinking about how you can build an asset. This is, in my opinion, the single best way to get off the content hamster wheel and build real long-term passive wealth. You're building your own brand on a platform designed for commerce, full of customers who are looking to buy. My journey with this is just beginning, and I'm going to be documenting everything right here. I'm going to be explaining how I found my app idea, how I got it, and the exact ASO and marketing strategies I used to grow it. If you do want to follow that journey and learn how to do this for yourself, all you have to do is hit that follow button. Thanks for watching. Now go build something of yourself.